sharing alert. Brad, Geico has something worth sharing with those who haven't befriended you. Like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance at Geico.com. So stop moping about the post-apocalyptic world and start saving in the real world. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Golden State wins an impressive game 1 at home. Can the Cavaliers bounce back and get a split of the first 2 before we head to Cleveland? Find out today at 7 Eastern on ABC and on ESPN Radio.
Morning track at the wall. It is gone. Buster Posey.
Since 2010, the San Francisco Giants have won the World Series in each of the even years, 2010, 12, and 14. Will the trend continue in 2016?
The wall leaping and it's gone.
They sit high atop the NL West and head to St. Louis this weekend to face Matt Holliday and the Cardinals tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN and on ESPN Radio. Presented by Harley Davidson. Remembering Muhammad Ali.
At a time in which not everybody had a voice, they needed someone to cling to. That was Ali when it came to the war. Gradually, a voice here and a voice there became a chorus of voices. I think that's the most important thing that any athlete in the 20th century ever did, with the possible exception of Jackie Robinson and great baseball.
Continued reaction Monday morning with Mike and Mike, 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. The NBA Finals.
Now waiting for 3 and another one. Clay Thompson is on fire.
The Finals on ABC and on ESPN Radio. On July 1st, we're shutting down the ESPN Radio app. Your favorite ESPN radio shows, podcasts, and live sports are available on Slacker, TuneIn, and in the free ESPN app. Download the ESPN app from the iTunes App Store or the Android Play Store. Mike and Mike.
LeBron James. Some think he's one of the greatest of all time. Others think no, he's not, because he hasn't done enough, especially in the finals. It can't be set up anymore for him. This is his team. This is his coach. He's got all the pieces. For LeBron, it's right there. If he can't close this deal, Grady, that is really going to tarnish his all-time legacy.
The NBA tips off with Mike and Mike weekdays at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. Football is coming.
It's a morning to talk about football, and so that's what we will do.
From the NFL.
As soon as you don't show up, you don't want to be anywhere near this competition. You're trying to bail out.
To college.
Jim Harbaugh and Nick Saban getting into a feud. This is the greatest thing that has ever happened to people in our business ever.
Get the latest news and information every morning on Mike and Mike, 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. ESPN Radio on demand. The Baseball Tonight podcast.
Clearly, the best hitter in baseball among pitchers. Last night, I sent a text to Bruce Bochy, the Giants manager, and I asked him, how many home runs do you think Bumgarner would hit if he had 500 at-bats? And his answer back was 25. I think he's being conservative.
The Baseball Tonight podcast. Listen to it now on ESPNRadio.com.
You know you love the Don Levitar show on ESPN Radio.
ESPN has done the top 100 athletes in terms of fame. Baseball doesn't have anyone until the 70s.
I think your trout might be a little bit higher than 70.
I'm telling you, man, Mike Trout could walk in this net with an actual trout. Right? I would not know. Who was that man with the fish?
The Don Levitar show, now 10 to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNRadio.com. Contributions from their bench in their Game 1 win over the Cavs. Game 2 is tonight in Oakland. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson justified 20 points in the Game 1 win. Warriors forward Harrison Barnes says they need their depth to show up again in Game 2 of the finals. And you can tune in to Game 2 of the NBA Finals right here on ESPN Radio at 7 p.m. Eastern on ABC at 7:03 Eastern. Novak Djokovic wins his first French Open title after a 4-set win over Andy Murray today in Paris, and also completes a rare Grand Slam for Djokovic. Baseball now, we're in the 5th in Cleveland. Indians going for their 5th straight win, and they have a 5-0 lead on the Royals. Mike Napoli and Francisco Lindor going deep. Napoli is 14th home run of the season. White Sox and Tigers tied up in 1 in the 4th, and Detroit was a Abreu solo shot of Justin Verlander, Miguel Cabrera, and RBI double. Marlins lead the Mets 1-0 in the 6th. Jose Fernandez has struck out 9 and allowed just 1 hit. Reds go up their 5th straight, have a 5-3 lead on the Nationals in the 4th inning. Yankees on top of the Orioles 1-0 through the short. Phillies have a 1-0 lead on the Brewers in the 3rd inning. Angels Pirates tied at 1 in the 2nd. Blue Jays in front of the Red Sox 4-0 in the 3rd. Jose Bautista lead off his 12th of the season. Edwin Encarnacion with a 2-run shot rather. A's lead the Astros 2-0 in the 1st. Sonny Gray back off the DL from the shoulder injury making the start. Dodgers designated outfielder Carl Crawford for Simon. Golf final round of the Memorial in Ohio has been suspended due to rain. Matt Kuchar and William McCurry share the lead at 15 under. Also, today's NASCAR Sprint Series race at Pocono was rained out. They'll race the ball with Brad Keselowski on the pole.
Can LeBron and the Cavs bounce back after a Game 1 loss to even the series with the Warriors? Find out in Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight at 7 Eastern on ABC and ESPN Radio. Presented by GoDaddy.
A big thank you to Frankie Edgar, who joined us last segment. UFC 200 now is taking a big step forward as Brock Lesnar is now part of that card. John Jones and Daniel Cormier at the top. We're going to be out there the entire week for UFC 200. Me and Chael Sutton, so we're excited about that. And we'll have it covered for you top to bottom. Misha Tate will be a part of that. And now Brock Lesnar at the top of that card. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. All of our guests, including Frankie Edgar, join us on the show, Pinnacle Performance Line. 1 hour from right now, Brian Windhorst will join us. He is covering the NBA Finals, and he's really grown from just a Cavs guy who has been to every LeBron James playoff game to now a national NBA respected voice, and can't wait to talk to him 1 hour from right now. This is ESPN Radio. Max and the Coach. Max is off today, presented by Progressive Insurance. Last year, over 3 million drivers switched to Progressive. Call or click today and find out if you could save. So coming into the NBA Finals, other than those 2 hiccups in Toronto, the Cavs really had no competition coming in to Oakland and coming into what a lot of people thought would be a depleted and emotionless for Game 1 Golden State team. Well, you've got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, who were very off. They combined for 20 points. But the rest of the team was able to get it done. I still believe that the Cavs have what it takes to win this series. And I think they just needed a wake call, so to speak. And they needed to realize that their level of competition is very much higher than anything they face in the Eastern Conference. Sometimes you need, Ron Lou said that, and I think LeBron James admitted as much. But they have to change. And they've admitted they have to change. There's a difference, LeBron James talks about, between defending a championship, which he has done, and pursuing one, which is what he continues to do with his Cavs team.
Another experience definitely allows your team to play free, to know and expect our guy beside you. You're able to finally accomplish winning a championship. You know how hard it is to win that. You know exactly what to expect out of the guy next to you. You know, from that point on, because you've been through so much. There's no easy route to win the championship, so that allows the game to be easier.
And I think that's what the rest of the Cavs need to understand. This isn't supposed to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And I think the other night, Game 1, and I don't like having 2 full days in between. I don't like it, but it makes it better for TV, and I think both teams will be fresher, so ultimately the game will be better, so I've come to accept it. What the guys need to understand is that Kevin Love wasn't around last year. So he was going to come out playing in his first finals game for for the first time ever with those emotions that he's never felt before. So when you play in a big game, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, whatever the case might be, when you play in a big game for the first time and you feel emotions that you have never felt before, it's going to be natural that it takes you a little while to adjust. Kyrie Irving's the same type of dude, except that he was here for the beginning of last year as well. He hurt that knee to the, it was always bad throughout the playoffs, but he really hurt it significantly in the finals when he was unable to play the last 4 or 5 games. But this is a transcendent talent. This is a talent that if he gets on a roll is very, very difficult to stop. I equate him a lot to Russell Westbrook, that if he's hitting his shots, he's almost impossible to stop. But he's got to calm down too. Kyrie talked about where he thinks he needs to get better.
Playing a fast-paced game like we were yesterday, everything's happened so quick. It's a quick decision. I feel like a couple of times I got indecisive and it kind of put my teammates in the bad way. So me personally, I just feel like I got to be better.
And he has to be better. LeBron James needs more. Their new blueprint is not LeBron James doing what he did last year in Game 2, which was 39 points, like 16 rebounds, 11 assists. I mean, he had one of those all-time great games. And in Game 2, in LeBron James' career, his record is stellar. The odds say that they should win the game tonight because he is one of the best and greatest comeback players, meaning have a bad game, come back, get it done, perform better in the next game. LeBron James is one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest. Speaking of one of the greatest, Jerry West, who is now an executive and basically a consultant with the Golden State Warriors, he was speaking with the media yesterday, and he said something that I've been wanting to say for a very, very long time, yet I'm part of the media, so it's hard for me to say it to the media. Here's Jerry West.
If I were him, frankly, I probably wouldn't strangle you guys, okay? No, it's ridiculous. He's carrying teams on his shoulders. They've been in the finals 6 straight times. How many times have they been the favorite? None. 0. Okay? Grossly unfair to him. I don't want to sound like Donald Trump, but it's hard for me to believe that someone doesn't recognize his greatness. It's hard for me to believe. This guy does everything. He's like a Swiss Army knife. Okay, he does everything, and he's competitive as hell. And frankly, I wish people would leave him alone.
And I do too. Think about some of the numbers that you just said. We get so used to greatness that when greatness doesn't happen, then all of a sudden the guy's a failure. Think of the things that LeBron James has done in the last 6 years. Every single year, his season ends at the end of June, or close to the end of June. He doesn't have, a lot of teams have been done since April. So he's played over the course of the last 6 years, think about this, more than a year, in some cases, more than certain players in the NBA. More than a year combined. He's added to his schedule, he's added to his legs than some players who don't make the playoffs consistently during their career. That is mind-boggling to think about, that is what LeBron James has done. But here's the here and the now. The pressure's on him, yes.
No, he's not, because he hasn't done enough, especially in the finals. It can't be set up anymore for him. This is his team. This is his coach. He's got all the pieces. For LeBron, it's right there. If he can't close this deal, Greedy, that is really going to tarnish his all-time legacy.
The NBA tips off with Mike and Mike weekdays at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. Football is coming.
It's a morning to talk about football, and so that's what we will do.
From the NFL.
As soon as you don't show up, you're on fire.
The finals on ABC and on ESPN Radio. On July 1st, we're shutting down the ESPN Radio app. Your favorite ESPN radio shows, podcasts, and live sports are available on Slacker, TuneIn, and in the free ESPN app. Download the ESPN app from the iTunes App Store or the Android Play Store. Mike and Mike.
LeBron James. Some think he's one of the greatest of all time. Others think...
Have the ball. It is gone. Buster Posey.
Since 2010, the San Francisco Trainz have won the World Series in each of the even years, 2010, 12, and 14. Will the trend continue in 2016?
The wall leaping and it's gone.
They sit high atop the NL West and head to St. Louis this weekend to face Matt Holliday and the Cardinals tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN and on ESPN Radio. Presented by Harley Davidson. Remembering Muhammad Ali.
At a time in which not everybody had a voice, they needed someone to cling to. That was Ali when it came to the war. Gradually, a voice here and a voice there became a chorus of voices. I think that's the most important thing that any athlete in the 20th century ever did, with the possible exception of Jackie Robinson and Great Baseball.
Continued reaction Monday morning with Mike and Mike, 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN2. The NBA Finals.
Elevating for three, got another play. Thompson is.
Dude, oversharing alert. Brad, Geico has something worth sharing with those who haven't befriended you. Like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance at geico.com. So stop moping about the post-apocalyptic world and start saving in the real world. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Golden State wins an impressive game 1 at home. Can the Cavaliers bounce back and get a split of the first two before we head to Cleveland? Find out today at 7 Eastern on ABC and on ESPN Radio.